And welcome to the National Meat Treasure Podcast with your host, Tony Soprano. I watched the last episode today.
Is that, did you?
Wow.
Wow, you made it. Is that why you got the big ring? Or were you kind of like channeling the Mandarin?
When I'm bored, I spend money. So I'm like, what can I spend money on and like not feel like I'm spending money? So I like buy thrifted rings. So this was like $3.
That's cool. That's really cool.
That's a good spend. You know what? I'm gonna stay on brand, and I'm gonna be Gerard Way.
Gerard Way during Way on this podcast before.
Oh, you know what? Then fuck you. I don't know. I don't know any like emo heroes anymore. Like he's a hero at this point, right? Like he's just like that's as about as safe as you can get. But take it away, Joey.
I'm Joey. I never listened to My Chemical Romance a day in my life.
Yo, you consume no media, dog.
So this was the thing. This was the thing. Like, and I was getting into hardcore and metal, right? I was strictly raised on like, yo, this is the soft shit. We don't fuck with that. We beat those niggas up. And then like, as I got older and like I went to shows and met everybody, and everybody was like, yeah, we fuck with that too. And I was like, huh, I thought we weren't allowed to. But by then I was in too deep, man. I was like, yo, fuck all that shit.
See, here's my thing. There are certain bands, like I had that same mentality, but like there were certain bands that just like broke you just through. Like they broke the mold for me. Like My Chemical Romance's first album is like super hard. Like they're before 3 Cheers.
I never really liked them. I never heard their first album, but like when they got popular and I heard some songs, I was like, I don't need it.
And then like everyone was like into that Day to Remember, and I was like, that's soft shit. Like Day to Remember was soft shit. That was like radio.
A Day to Remember is super soft.
Yeah,
I hated that band. Like to
even
death.
There's emo bands I like more than like melodic hardcore. You know what I mean? Like I'll fuck with the Used over like Volumes any day.
Oh yeah,
Volumes
no,
that's
no, they're not. Listen, we exclusively listening to Jawbreaker all day over all those shitty bands and their fucking gent bullshit. Okay, this is enough fucking bullshit metal that I've had enough. It's Modelo time, fool. And I want to give a little respect because your boy is in the Christmas spirit. We got a tree. We're to quote one other metal band that isn't real, Metalocalypse, Def Clock. We're setting up this dead thing in our room and humiliating it by decorating it and keeping it around us for the entire holiday season. So I feel good. We cut down a tree. I always feel really manly after I cut down the tree, but there's no reason for me to, because like if you've ever been up to like a Christmas tree, they don't got the stumps. Like they don't got any of the strength that like an oak does. Like I'm not working. It took me 15 minutes. 15 minutes of work.
So wait, you actually like you didn't go anywhere? Like you went to like a random piece of forest and cut down a tree, or like
yes, I'm Clark Griswold. No. We went to a family farm.
And you're allowed to go and cut down your tree. Yeah, they let you do it.
See, this is what happens when all you do is grow up in the boroughs. You don't know that this shit is available to everyone, right?
Yeah.
Like, what do you walk up to a tree? Like, no, we actually there's farms that grow trees year round and wait till this month. And you cut them down for your own pleasure, drink some hot cocoa, and yeah, it's pretty fun. Like it's sick. I like it.
Must be annoying, because like what? Like imagine like it's gotta be dumb to try to keep like pines alive in the summer. Because you know they're just like we want to.
It's mad easy. It's called evergreens. They're called evergreens. They're called evergreens. They're supposed to be green all year round, bro.
Oh, okay. See, I thought because that'd be like a horrible life cycle of a tree if you think about it. Like because like that's horrible if they would like you keep them alive when they're naturally supposed to be dead, and then only for them to be cut down later. Like, like could you imagine someone keeping you alive to like 170 just to murder you horribly?
It's a very sustainable like business because like. Yeah. These guys actually, it's a family farm. It's like literally like grandpa, uncle, like mom, dad, like their house is on the property. and it's fucking cool. They're really sweet. Shout out to Friendly Acre Farms. This is free promo because I do like you guys, and you guys hooked us up again. And hopefully you pick us for a free tree next year. So it's free promo. You probably don't want it on here, but
that's
you gotta deal with it at this point. Imagine we get a cease and desist. It's just like literally like a small family. They're really nice, and
farmers.
I like it.
Speaking of farmers, though, okay, I 100% know you guys don't watch this show, and I do not blame you for not watching it. But it is probably the weirdest show that I watch. For my personality profile, Selling Sunset. Do you fuck with that? Are you aware of it?
What?
I'm unaware.
Selling Sunset.
I'm unaware.
Selling Sunset. So I've said in this pod before that I had like a weird phase with like real estate a few years ago.
Okay.
And
yes,
I
remember that.
It like devolved from like real estate YouTube to like this reality show on Netflix that is about the Oppenheim Group, who is it's basically like 9 hot girls who sell real estate. They're
yeah. I know about them.
Super like, Rodeo Drive white women or, white adjacent that sell real estate. And I'm watching like the new season, and it's like it's really just I'm selling it way harder than I should. It's shitty reality. It's just a shitty reality TV show. It's like worse than the Kardashian shit. But I love it for some reason. But one of the things I do like about it is when they're going around selling these houses. Actually, no, that's how I got into it, because that guy Graham Stephan that you fuck with, Thrillah, he works at this firm.
Oh shit! Okay,
he's not on the show. He's not in the show at all.
Right,
but he works at the Oppenheim Group.
Right.
So it's a real deal firm. So that's cool.
Yeah. So one thing they do on here is they, obviously go around selling houses, and I'm always curious because they always like have the person they're showing say what the job is. Like, oh, I work at this technology firm, or I do this, I do that. And the one guy who in the first season, he's like looking at this $5 million $5 million house, and she asks him like what he does, and he says he's a pistachio farmer.
Yo, of course that tracks. Have you tried to buy pistachios in the last 5 years?
Yeah. No, I have not.
That's because it's reserved for the elite. The 1% is the only people that are enjoying pistachios, okay? I want to live in a reality, personally, where I can afford pistachios without looking at the price. I don't want to look at a $20 bag of pistachios and be like, damn. Like, I don't know if I could do a $20 bag of pistachios.
Now I gotta look it up, because I've only had pistachios in pistachio ice cream like recently. Okay, so
pistachios
I don't know
everywhere.
Yo,
ice
they're
cream,
bread
muffins.
So at my job, I used to order the nuts and stuff like that, and those shits, when I was doing it years ago, they were like $7.99 a bag, and I was like, yo, this is crazy, bro, that anybody would spend a whole $8 on this bag of nuts. And now they are more expensive than that.
They got to be crazier, especially if you got them shelled, which like half the fun is shelling them.
Yeah, no, we sell them shelled also. They're called, mad funny name, pistachio nut meats, because it's like the meat of the nut. I love it.
Do we need a wait, hold on. Did you just reveal like a real sponsor for us? We should be reaching out.
Pistachio nut meats?
Yeah. The national meat treasure could be anything, even nut meat. Here you go. That was it for me today.
Yo. But yeah, those shits are really expensive, man. Nuts are expensive. Almonds are expensive,
I love how
I dare to say pistachios are at the top, besides cashews.
Yeah.
Cashews are like I don't know,
I love
man.
Cashews.
It's so funny that you're drinking, you're getting high. So I know that like that reaction to pistachio prices is going to be like your highest energy level of the whole episode. It's only downhill from here.
Nah.
I'll tell you this. I always have this hot take about pistachios. I feel like they're because I literally love drinking beer and eating pistachios. That's like my happy place. I'll smoke a joint, drink my beer, and it's just perfect. Salty, a little sweet, perfect nut. No pause, because everyone needs a perfect nut.
We're always searching for the perfect nut.
So
aren't we all?
We were talking about it on the chat, and I think this is I'm just gonna have to segue in it, because we're looking at your shirt, and it's a good indicator of what we want to talk about. Apparently, And Justin, you broke the news, so I want you to fill us in. But this is wild breaking news.
I saw a TikTok clip from Joe Rogan's podcast. I don't know how old the clip was or how old this news is. This is going to be a very old news podcast because there's also another story I want to talk about from 2018. But apparently Joe Rogan is related to Gerard Way of My Chemical Romance. Cousins. Singer of My Chemical Romance. They're cousins. I think their grandmothers are like aunts or something like that. Something weird. But they've never met in real life. They just became aware that they were related very recently, or whenever that story broke. You know what? Fuck it. You aren't gonna fact check us. We're celebrities.
And Kevin Smith broke that. It was Kevin Smith, and I remember Kevin Smith being on the pod. I think it was a few months ago. I don't think it was Kevin Smith's been on a few times on Joe Rogan's podcast, and one of the episodes is my favorite Joe Rogan listen. You're right.
He went to like a weird tangent about like how he like came to terms with dying, like just the idea of dying. Because it was a really good episode from like 4 years ago. I haven't listened to Joe Rogan much since because of white power, but. Dude, it was so sad when I couldn't listen to Joe Rogan anymore. It was so sad because I was just like that whole summer of Floyd, he would like basically segue. God. He went from like segueing every conversation to from like DMT and like, have you tried acid to cops should get more money, right? Fucking Nelly Furtado or whoever random person on the show. So I was just... Can you imagine?
we got all our policy reforms from Nelly Furtado. She's the real puppeteer behind AOC and everybody. She's just waiting to finally make her pounce and like kill Mitch McConnell and sue.
Yes, Nelly Furtado is the government. Nelly Furtado. Nelly Furtado is the head of the CIA.
It's the shadow government. Like it's
Nelly Furtado is the face of the deep state. Promiscuous government.
No, I love that woman. I thought she was great. But if this is true, we've just revealed it on our podcast, and our FBI agent should be at our door in any minute right now. Or is it FBI agent or some kind of like octopus with like fucking sentient abilities to I don't know, man. I don't know where I'm at. I'm gonna go into beer number 2. That's where I'm at.
Oh my God, what are we talking about?
We were talking about Gerard Way.
Let's get back to Joe Rogan. So, like, first of all, why has knowing this information, I would think that Gerard Way would go on Joe Rogan just because, like, honestly, there's not enough Gerard Way content that exists. He's got that Netflix show. I haven't watched it, The Umbrella Academy, but I have seen the. You didn't know that?
Whoa! You haven't watched it?
Right. Oh,
damn!
I have not watched it.
I knew about it. I know about it. I love that show. Umbrella Academy is like some of the finest television that has been written in the last like 5 years. It really is. Like every character has that just deep enough for you to want to like sink your teeth into and want to learn more about. So this is 100% a recommendation. You need to do that.
Oh, well, I guess I do need to watch something more lighthearted after The Sopranos. But I think you ever hear like Gerard Way's like story?
No.
About, like,
I can imagine it's terrible. I can imagine it's terrible.
So the band started. Well, no, it's not. It's not. I think the band started when he was like 29 or 30 or something like that.
Wow.
Which you wouldn't know from his. No, yeah, he's old. Look it up.
Is he old for real?
He's like 50 something, I think, right?
No,
that's crazy.
Bro. How can you be a 50-year-old emo kid? That's not true, bro. You can't be.
He was like an illustrator
44
for
years
some like.
Oh shit!
That's fire.
Holy shit!
I got into them when I was in high school, and he was already. He's 10 years older than me, so he had to be like 25, 26, something like that.
Yeah, he's 10 years older than us. That's crazy.
What happened was he was like working for like a comic book illustrator or something. It was like an illustrator for some like comic book company, which I feel like is already like a dream job. Like you're like doing something like that. But then 9/11 happened, showing his age. So he already had like a real big boy job at 9/11. That's how old he is.
Yeah.
And then 9/11 happened, and he decided to start a band because he was like, life is short. And then that happened. And then My Chemical Romance happened for fucking a decade.
He appeared on the Sally Jesse Raphael episode. Now, do you guys remember Sally Jesse?
Hell yeah.
Okay, so it was apparently because he was writing a comic book about Jeffrey Dahmer. So that's actually the piece that he was working on, and then he like apparently attended high school until blah blah blah, graduated. He graduated in 1995, so a full 10 year like
Jesus
I graduated.
Christ.
Yeah, I graduated in 2005. So like whoa, yeah, he just went straight into SVA, which like he's a Jersey kid, so that kind of makes sense. But there's a lot. Wow, like this dude.
And then he circles all, and I haven't even like kept up with his career, but like I just know My Chemical Romance, and then randomly he's got a Netflix show, of a comic that he had already been publishing. I'm pretty sure while he was still in My Chemical Romance. Dude's lived a beautiful life. Solid white man.
He was an intern on Cartoon Network. He was actually like that's where where the story stems from. He gets on September 11 happens, and it just like apparently like changes the way he views life. Like he just like says, I gotta go live life.
So he was at Cartoon Network, because Cartoon Network's, I think it's based in Atlanta, so that means he was getting beautiful black women too.
He was in New York City. No, he was in New York City. It was they had a studio in New York City for sure.
Well, let's hope some Puerto Ricans were topping off Gerard Way back in his time.
Oh, hell yeah, he's getting that. That like Janady of like in Washington Heights like gave him like wild neck. Grandali. Yeah, Grandali or something. Like she did her ancestors proud with that one. Like they were like, damn, it's on Wikipedia that he is the second cousin of Joe Rogan.
But yeah, there used to be
one of the greatest things.
I don't like look up interviews of him ever. I mean, let's see how many exist. Let's go to YouTube real quick. But
I don't think a lot, bro.
I feel like you're right. Not really like in the paradigm of society. They're not at the. I've seen like interviews of him, but when he was like way younger, and they were like interviews on like Fuse. You know what I mean? Like nothing.
Yeah,
I've seen on like YouTube.
They dropped that first album in 2002, so that tells you. Like we forget like how time moves, but like you remember these kind of bands and you go, oh cool, like you think they're like your age, but like I was listening to I didn't like My Chemical Romance the first time it came around because Joey, I had the same reaction as you. Was like I like metal, like I was just into that. But as I got older and I really did a deep dive on both of those first two albums, like I fell in love with them. Like just looking at like 3 Sweet Cheers for Sweet Revenge is like one of my favorite albums of like for me personally, and those music videos are fucking awesome. Like The Ghost of You, chills, bro, chills to this day.
Yeah, I'm like I'm looking up his interviews. First of all, this guy's got a lot of looks over the years. He's looking very Kevin Smith nowadays. Very
he's
old guy,
doughy, and like has not seen sunlight. Like he never had the face that he saw a lot of sunlight, but like it's a lot more nowadays for sure.
And he's got like no interviews really. Like there's a few. He's been a guest on a couple of podcasts that no one's ever heard of. But like what's this one?
Are we inviting Gerard Way?
Yes.
Yeah, we're
okay. Gerard Way.
Pass Through Frequencies podcast, which I've never heard of, but this has got 200,000 views on YouTube 1 year ago.
Wow.
So this is a 40-minute interview, but that was again a year ago, and most of these are like clips from fucking Fuse or like MTV or some shit. Like he is not in the public eye too much.
He's not, and I think that's by design because he seems to be, at least the way what he gives off is like he kind of like a lot of vocalists do this. Like they can kind of be that kind of what would you call it? Unabashed self, like on stage. Like you can kind of play this character like when you play music, and especially when you're the vocalist, like kind of like a front man. Like he got to play that, and it must be like completely opposite from like who he is really Like he just has the lowest social battery where he's, I don't know. Gerard Way, just come on the podcast. Like, listen, you need the views, we need the views.
How do I not know? How do we not know anybody? How do I not know anybody connected to him? He's from fucking Jersey and he's old. Like I should know somebody who knows him.
We do. We definitely do.
Between the three of us, somebody's like, somebody knows him.
So yeah, if you're a listener and you know somebody who knows Gerard Way, if you know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy, get us in contact because we're trying to do this full time. So we're trying to entertain you guys full time. All right, I'm trying to get the fuck out of my job. I am. Oh my god, I like had the. You ever have that moment where you're just like, oh fuck, it's Sunday?
Yeah.
I had one of those today, but it was a very good Sunday that I can tell you guys about off the pod. But it was a very good day today.
Well, that means he got neck, ladies and gentlemen, but not just neck. Sloppy
no neck,
motherfucking
actually.
toppy.
No toppy. But you know, it was just it's nothing scandalous like that. But it was just a very good day. But yeah, I was just I gotta go back to fucking work tomorrow. I didn't even get like a real 4-day vacation because I was doing security. Did I do security Saturday? No, I didn't. Did security Thursday and Friday.
I think it was Friday. Wednesday? Yeah, you told me Friday.
I did. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I think. Yeah, I did. So it didn't feel like I had off, even though I had off from my other job. So I was just like, oh, I gotta go back tomorrow.
I feel like that thought crossed your mind as you were getting a rusty trombone. Like you were just getting full on, and you just went like you're just hunched over, and you go, "Damn, it's Sunday." Fuck. Because that's when it would happen for me, if I'm being real.
I mean, I've gotten a rusty trombone, and you don't really think about other things besides that.
I just saw your face go 100% into it, and I don't know. I don't think I want to go back there.
Memories.
You just like, what can I think
Speaking of? Last episode, I asked you guys to take your wives out for a surprise date. Joey, did you do it? Did you do that?
No, our schedules don't allow for that.
You didn't. Last episode, that was Friday, bro.
Yeah,
today's Sunday. That was the last episode.
Yeah, like
motherfucker. Do you know how a married life works, bro? Like we gotta plan that. I got 2 kids. I gotta plan that shit in advance. Like I gotta give her at least a 3 weeks notice because we need to make sure there's no work. We gotta set up babysitter. We gotta make sure the dog's okay, and then be able to pick a venue for us to be like.
Jackson can watch the other baby. That's what the whole point of 2 babies is.
Oh, yeah, 5 years old, 4.5. Go ahead, baby. You got this.
Don't 4-year-old watches the infant, and you're good. That's how it works.
Yeah, I just leave Luca on for like 24 hours. Just have it shit like.
Honestly, you should like experiment with that one day. Like, I wish somebody would do that. Like, just give your child a phone and see how long they survive, like in your house by themselves.
That's an awful thing. That's neglect. That's not an experiment. That's child neglect. Listen. I don't know if you know this by now, ladies and gentlemen.
I've spent a lot of time on TikTok, bro, and I'm not a kid, so I have responsibilities, and I still am on my phone 10, 11 hours a day. So, like, a kid with no responsibilities, I feel like you could sit them there on Reels for at least an hour before they even realize you're gone.
Can we just say this, just as a disclaimer for all of you out there? Don't take parenting advice or childcare advice from Justin. He's got the wildest assumptions. Just don't do shit for them. Just leave them in the house with a phone. Lock the door. Like, you realize babies shit, right? Like, multiple times a day. Like, I can't be like, hey, little guy, you got this, right?
Yeah, but it, like, doesn't bother them half the time anyway.
Yeah, it does. They start crying.
He doesn't know how to make a bottle. What are you talking about? A shit doesn't bother a baby?
Dude, a kid has never shit, and you'd have been like, wait, what's that smell?
Diaper rash?
We don't know how long it takes to set in, right? Because everyone's trying to avoid the diaper rash. Everyone's trying to avoid the diaper rash, right? So they clean up the babies immediately. Happens. But how long can they sit in it though? We don't know.
How long can you sit in your shit? Exactly.
I'm not a baby.
You think
I'm not a baby, man?
That's not a lot of time. That's not a lot of time.
Like I said, here's the
what am I going to do in an hour?
When I am on TikTok the most for the longest streaks, it is while I'm on the toilet. So there could be I'm just saying there is a window for you here. I am trying.
Nope.
Listen, I'm gonna better your marriage, all right?
I hate this. I hate this so much. Do not tell people to leave their child at home with a phone and just
I'm not saying
just
leave your child at home
don't
with a
worry
phone.
about if you shit on yourself.
I'm just saying, like, know your window of time. You know, like set up some cameras, leave the house, or just sit in your car. Just sit in your car outside and just see how long it takes for your kid to notice you're even gone.
Not
and once
long,
they notice,
bro.
How long they care.
Listen, this is how I know you haven't lived with your child for a long time, because it is not long, bro. It is not long. They will wake your ass up, bro. They will make sure that you're there. Like, my daughter is 11, like about to be 11 months old, and she literally pries my eyelids open every chance she can get. She knows when I'm gone. Like, she does not like it. She gets very upset.
My kid, my baby mom's has 3 little brothers and sisters that are my kid, around my kid's age. So like I've never had that experience because like even when I did live with my kid, we were also living with her whole family. So my kid was always heavily distracted. She basically has 3 brothers and sisters built in.
I know, right?
So she was never bothering me. Like my kid they were always all playing with each other.
They team up on me, bro. They team up on me. I get like baby butt smashing into my face, and then my son like stomping on my crotch somehow. So,
but once you leave them, then they'll do battle with each other, and then there you go.
And one is going to
in the hot tub.
One is going to win. And one is going to win.
I think Lily will win.
One is going to lose.
She's very strong. She's got like strong thighs. Like she stands up. Like she probably could like murk my son. I hope it doesn't ever come to that. But if anything, one of them will figure out how to use the dog as some kind of like war animal, like something they can ride into battle. I don't doubt it.
So I grew up with cats, and one time my brother, actually not one time, this is multiple times, when me and my brother were getting into fights, he would grab the cat, shake it, and throw it at me.
What the motherfucker? Did he? Was that like a full-on tag team move, or was it like unwilling participant?
That is
like
terrorism.
Did the cat like? Did the
the cat was not a willing participant. Have you ever seen a shaken cat get thrown? Because cats are really fast, and they're always trying to like. No. The thing about cats is like for example, like when you see
you just shake it to agitate it, like a soda can.
I gotta paint the picture for you. So like you know in movies when you see a person get thrown, the person usually like maintains their shape the whole time because they don't have to do it in the air. They're just like, oh, I'm being thrown. So they just maintain that shape of that pose until they hit the ground or whatever surface they're getting right. Joey is loving this. But with a cat, cats can I guess their mind moves really fast, and that's why they always land on their feet. So they always like trying to get back to like the appropriate position. Exactly. Get the audio, folks. I mean, get the visual, folks, because Joey's got it exactly. They're doing like that super fast in the air, trying to like get back that balance to land perfectly. So this cat is like just thrashing everywhere because in midair because it has no idea what it's fucking doing.
It has no idea.
Yo, that
your
is
brother's about to get canceled. I'm sorry.
Terrorism.
Tell him right now that you just revealed his dark secret and he's about to be canceled. Peter's after his ass.
That is the definition of psychopathy. Like the concept of I'm going to take this animal and agitate it and throw it at like a fucking grenade. That's wild.
Like a soda can. Like a soda can. It was bro.
Yeah, I don't. This is why we're not close.
Yeah, man.
This is what life's been. Yeah, but rest in peace to Samus. I don't know.
Oh, your cat's name was Samus?
Yeah, it was crazy because I've never played the Metroid Prime games. I just decided to name it.
So it wasn't Samus Aran. Okay, cool.
No, it was Samus. It was because of Samus from Metroid Prime, but I never played the game.
Oh, because you played a lot of Smash.
Yes. You know those early 2000s vibes.
I know. Because Melee was fire, and it still is. Like, people still play that format. Like, Super Smash Brothers Melee is such a fucking good game, and because there's so many fucking weird glitches in it, like, people exploit it. Like, they have documentaries on how good like melee is. I love that.
You mean
I
melee?
am getting really drunk off these, and this is number 3.
Geladas?
How? They're
Ooh,
only like 3% alcohol.
I'm also chugging them straight to the head, and I'm sick. So if you can't tell by my voice, I've been taking a lot of like medication. So
You
I'm
are
sure it's not
crossfaded
good.
right now. You're
No,
crossfaded right now.
oh yeah, I got a little bud in there. I'm drinking Modelo and lots of like sinusitis, like fucking medication. So we're getting there, bro. I'm about to
Yeah,
suck on promethazine right after this.
Last night I was out drinking and I was just like, it was very, so I went drinking at like midnight and here's the thing, it doesn't take a lot to get me nice, but like, I never think about that when I'm at bars. When I'm at bars, I'm like, oh, I have like this finite amount of time to drink. So let me just drink as much as possible. So I was fucked up last night. Like, I haven't been like legitimately hungover in maybe like 3 years. But today I was just like, just dragging out of bed. Ordered some Mexican food, so I would have been surviving on all day. I was gonna have coffee before this pod, but I was like, I don't want to have coffee at 6 o'clock. So let me like, just.
What did you eat? Because I want to know that.
Rice, beans, and some like shrimp enchilada thing.
Okay, I respect it. I love Mexican food. I love Mexican people.
Detroit does not do Mexican food
out
well.
there.
I'll say that.
No, I can't imagine. It's pretty far from the Mexicans. Pretty far from the Mexicans. You're about as far as you can get.
We do have the largest Middle Eastern population in America, though. So a lot of good Middle Eastern food.
That's banging. What is out there? Like Egyptian, or are we talking about like? What are we talking about?
See the baddest Middle Eastern women.
The baddest. Yeah, we do have a lot of those too. A lot of Syrian, Yemeni cafe. Is that what it's called? I don't know.
Syrians are white people, basically, but.
Regular food.
My ex is typing now, but let's not bring up my ex again and her fucking connection to the Swana-Mena region. So, anyways, I gotta talk about something. So this story you brought to my attention from Vice. First of all, Christian sent in the group chat a Vice article from 2018.
I have no idea. It just came across. I think Vice was bored and had nothing else to put out that day, so they reshared it, and it just came across my screen. I had to share it.
And it was about a story where a woman in 2018, I don't think Tinder was in its infancy at that point, but it was definitely like, I think it was at its peak, actually, it might have been. But
it might have been.
Actually, no, 2018, no, it definitely wasn't peak. But basically a girl, got the burpees. A girl invited about 50 dudes out, or like hundreds of dudes, I think, actually, on the same Tinder date. So much so that I dived a little deeper in the story because Vice did it all the way in. So apparently, this girl wasn't even messaging all these guys. This girl outsourced the flirting. She had 50 full-time employees.
What?
To talk to all these hundreds of men to get them all to agree to go on the same date. Because it's basically, I mean, if you saw the video, because the video was in the Vice article, I had to go find the video. But I went and found the video, and this girl basically invited all these dudes on a date at Union Square, citing that like, oh, there's going to be a DJ set there at Union Square. She packed out Union Square. It's basically a park. She packed out the park of people. She's a model in New York. I'm not going to shout this hoe out because she doesn't need the free promo. But I was on her Instagram earlier, and I was like, wow, this is a corny bitch. But and you know, I have said I'm trying to say bitch less, but this deserves it. She's a corny bitch for this, because her whole thing at the time was, I guess she was trying to prove that like it's so dumb to judge people on physical characteristics. So to prove how dumb it is, she invites 50 guys on a date, and then because she just swiped everybody, just every person she could, and then invites these hundreds of guys on a date, and then she declares over a microphone that, you know, while she's with 2 bodyguards, by the way, she declares over a microphone that, hey, I've invited you all on a date. We're going to get into a competition to see who can take me out. Basically, she said, you're disqualified if you're wearing Toms, if you're wearing khakis, if you're under 5'10", just to like, as a comparison to Tinder, then she like
Right.
had the guys who stuck around to get into because some guys did stick around, I guess, to just be a part of this fun little TV thing, viral video thing. Which I guess wasn't that viral if I'm not hearing about it for 4 years, but she the guys who stuck around, they competed in like a push-up contest, and she did pick a winner who I'm assuming I'm hoping that she fucked him later. But
she had to, right?
Her whole thing was like, this is a
not.
social commentary on like, because the whole thing with her is like Tinder is awful for doing this. I'm like, no, you're super awful, because if I'm swiping left on somebody on Tinder, I'm like, okay, this person's ugly or this person's corny or whatever. They don't have to know that I swiped left on them. And they obviously don't have to know that in front of an audience of hundreds of people. It's just me going, not for me. Also, it's not that deep.
It's decent.
It's like it's not that deep. Like, oh, I'm not attracted to this person, or this person doesn't seem cool. Like, I hate when people act like, okay, I preface this by saying I'm very fucking shallow. And I think that's a good thing. My daughter is beautiful because I'm shallow. Okay.
I get it.
She was gonna have an easier. There was a TikToker I saw, and this shit got me so hard. I guess this girl, like, her and her father weren't close. Like, her father was around, and this is gonna be my another parenting off take. But you know, her father was kind of like, wasn't like really in her life, but was like accessible. So I guess one day when she was like older, she was like, well, why like weren't you around? And her father, with a straight face, 100% serious, I'm looking at the camera for this, he goes, I'm the reason you're beautiful. I don't have to do anything for you. Your life is now easier because of me. I'm thirst following this girl on TikTok that has 50,000 followers. So
that is a fact. That is a full fact, bro.
And she's hot as hell. She's married, got a lot of mental issues, but she's always dripped down in Gucci. Her husband makes a lot of money. So I mean, the facts don't lie. So I think it's not a bad thing to be shallow. I think more like people like I was telling somebody the other day, I said this on TikTok a while ago. People are like, oh, you marry, like, women marry for money. I was like, it's really stupid to marry for money, because although your life's going to be easier, you're not like, having money is not a physical trait. Like, if your husband's ugly, your kid's going to be ugly. And like, maybe having money is going to like make that life easier, but we don't know. The market crashes all the time. We have the 2008 thing happen that ruins some people's lives, But being hot, I can say for me, I don't know what my father looks like. I know my mother had good taste. So
it's a
my grandfather is super good looking. My grandparents are beautiful people. So shout out to them, because if I was ugly living this life I've lived, it would be terrible. I think we should all be more shallow.
I think so, bro. I think so, because my children are beautiful, and I think I'm dashing in the right light,
dashing fellow.
under the right circumstances, under the right influences. No, but like I have good looking fucking kids, and like something I look at them and I'm like you can really look at a kid and be like, you're not gonna be cute ever. Like your face is stunted and all weird. But my two kids, beautiful kids, good looking kids, and like they're gonna have a better life just because they're better looking. And I don't think we talk about that enough. Like,
especially now in the internet age, especially now where looks like people think looks don't matter. There are so many people who have thousands of even millions of dollars just because they're nice to look at.
Mark Zuckerberg has billions and owns one of the largest tech media companies. But does it stop anyone from flaming him for how ugly he is?
He's like the third richest person living in history, not like in this
constantly.
They're like, damn, this lizard man need to shut the fuck.
He's literally like right under Genghis Khan, and everyone's like, why does he not have eyebrows? Like that's all they can concentrate. Like literally, this man could purchase you every day for the next fucking like day of the rest of his life, and still have money left over. But he's got no eyebrows.
Also,
so.
Can we talk about how great you have to be like ugly and nobody talks about it? Think about that. Like, think about all the greatest ugly men in history. They have to do amazing things for nobody. Like the dude who wrote Game of Thrones is hideous.
Real good.
He is a mutant level man. But like, I know he's like old, but like even for his age, he is terrifying.
His pants are like right up to his nipples. He always wears a captain's hat. He's disheveled, and he's the paciest person in the world. But no one talks about it like that because he's really awesome. Like whatever he made.
But also on the flip side of that, of terrible authors, there are people, and like we don't. So J.K. Rowling, right? There are people. I know she's said some horrible things. She's done some horrible things, which also is a news article we can talk about in a second. But
turf.
People defend her strictly on the strength that she's hot. I've seen a lot of people defending her statements because J.K. Rowling's fine.
Wait, do people think she's fine?
She's
not
sure
fine.
She's hot.
She's not hot. She's not like unattractive, but she's not like hot.
You know what she looks like? She looks like a high school paraprofessional. Like that's all. Like, she's the lady who gets you your program for the rest of the year. Like that's the like she is not hot. Like she's the person who you have to go to get your parking pass in school. Like that's not. Although some of those paras could have got it because they be having
oh absolutely
those yams.
Yes.
Did you? I don't know. I would definitely clap her shit. I would not. I mean, I don't know how old these pictures are, but yeah, I would fuck the dog shit out of J.K. Rowling. If I was still sleeping with white, if I was still fucking white women, wouldn't have to ask me twice.
You mean like last week? Don't lie to us. Why you lie to the audience? Like you don't clap all the white women around.
I have not
literally
white women. Dude, I'm not doing it anymore. I told you, I cut them off.
Swore them off.
Dude.
But
Swore
they
them
ain't
off.
cut
Also,
off from
like,
you, bro.
Also, here's the thing. This is Detroit. I don't even meet or see white women on a regular basis. Like, there are certain clubs that, like, if I have to like really try to find white women in Detroit. Like, if I'm in the outskirts of the suburbs, they're everywhere, obviously. But like, if I want to actively meet white women, I have to like curate my night to do that. I have to like decide which bar I'm going to go to and like have that in my head. Like, I'm going to this bar because this is where the young white women are, as opposed to like in Pennsylvania where like you spit in the ground, you spit on a white woman's foot. You know, you know what I mean? That's all that was there.
Wait, you think J.K. Rowling is fine? Like you would crack that?
I would. All right. If you were her age, you wouldn't clap that? Because she's old too. She's not young.
My type.
She's like 55.
I don't know. She's not my type. She's very Yakubian,
it's like,
if you will.
She was conventionally attractive in her younger days, sure, but not like, yo, where's my fucking paper towels?
No,
I would
I'm
beat
okay,
it up
bro.
Right now. This is a 56-year-old woman. That's how you know you like white women. Right now.
That's how you know you abstaining from the white women.
First of all,
and
you are married to a white woman. You cannot use that argument. You are married to a white woman.
Yeah.
But you are literally crushing on her. Like I found a white woman.
Whoa,
you got white bitch withdrawals right now. That's what it is. You're going through white bitch withdrawals. Because J.K. Rowling is not the wave.
The episode is over. We're done.
It's okay, Justin.
Nah, she looks like an old Kat Dennings. And y'all know y'all would beat up Kat Dennings. Kat Dennings is going to look just like that when she's 56.
You shut the fuck up, because Kat Dennings is perfect. And then
that's what J.K. Rowling looks like.
No, exactly she doesn't. What are you smoking? This is a hot take.
Another one. Google.
I understand.
All right, let me Google J.K. Rowling 2021, because maybe these are young ass pictures that I'm seeing here.
She's not.
It's the same pictures popping up.
Right. I mean, isn't there a screen share feature on this?
No, there isn't. Unfortunately.
No. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, we got a new podcast platform, but yeah, I'm with it. I'm with the shits on the J.K. Rowling front.
See, but there's a difference.
So there's a difference. Dennings and her.
There's being with it, and then there's being like, I'm thinking about you. You know, like. Yeah, I'm a clap. I'm a paint her walls.
If I'm telling you, if we had a side by side, if Kat Dennings had red hair and was 20 years older, actually Kat Dennings probably wouldn't even look as good at her age because Kat Dennings got those giant boobs.
But see, that's the thing though.
No, fuck you.
Think about her in 20 years because we're right now. We don't need to think about in 20 years. J.K. Rowling is gonna look a lot worse than she does now.
Hold up.
So like,
I just remember this.
It doesn't matter to like.
I'm just saying, 56-year-old woman, a cat, J.K. Rowling could get it.
Yeah, she could, but like, are you going to sleep thinking about her?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying. Back to my original point.
And that's not special.
Back to my original point is that there are people online who defend her because she's hot.
But it's like she's not that
well, here's the
hot.
thing. There's the whole trans thing she's on right now, right? And there's people who are like, she's always saying these like anti-trans things. She has a whole anti-trans book right now.
Right.
It's like the underlying theme of the book is anti-trans. But I've seen people like, attack her online for the things she's saying, and then other people going like, that's why this bitch looks better than you though. like this is what a real woman looks like. You know what I mean? Like they're like a lot of the anti-trans groups like use J.K. Rowling's book to be like, y'all are just mad that J.K. Rowling is a beautiful woman and y'all wish you could be
okay,
women.
Bro. I'm all right. I'm definitely still spanking it to cat dennings. And I'm not doing that for J.K. I'm never giving up that glory. Not
you feel me? You feel me?
Oh, hold up though.
So,
did you guys know
I'm
this?
Saying, if you are still spanking it to a 56-year-old Kat Dennings in 20 years, then or however old she is, you will then be jerking off to a twin of J.K. Rowling.
Okay, we'll find out in 20 years when this podcast is worldwide, global.
Well, hopefully in 20 years we won't be jerking off at all. We'll be getting sucked off by 8 serpent-headed women in the metaverse. 9 Medusas.
Yo, that'd be
eating my ass.
That'd be wild. And it's all faces of Kat Denning. That's what it is.
Nah, in my there's no white women in my metaverse.
You are so lying.
Except J.K. Rowling.
Cap.
It's gonna be black women with green eyes, dark skins with green eyes. That's the whole all of them.
Dune. So basically Dune.
No wait. It's going to be black women with green eyes, and they have tongues for hair. Just giant serpent tongues slurping on all of me.
I'm backing up from this conversation immediately.
Same.
This is my metaverse, all right?
Shit's getting dangerous.
This is my metaverse. You don't set up your own fucking universe in the metaverse. The point is that somebody set up the universe for you to exist in. You can create who you are, but it ain't your metaverse. It's all of our metaverse. And now we got to deal with this nasty ass tongue.
I'm saying 20 years from now, we're going to have our own little pockets. I'm going to have my own private room, my own champagne room in the metaverse. And it's going to be filled with black women with green eyes with tongues for hair. All right? Slurping. It's going to be a very messy metaverse.
I'm sick of you. You won't go to a private VIP room in real life, but you'll go into the metaverse like just getting tongued down by hair.
Tongue down by hair.
That's exactly what it is. Listen. Listen. In the champagne room in real life, in the real life champagne room, it's just a regular bitch in there, really. Like I could get a regular bitch anywhere. I ain't getting no Medusa. I'm not gonna go in the champagne room if I'm Medusa, all right? But in the metaverse, I can't.
You're right. You know what? Damn it. Live your fucking truth, whatever that is. I think that's
like imagine going to you're gonna go in the champagne room and all you see is like a C-section scar and like cigarette burns. Like you know what I mean?
What strip clubs have you been to, bro? Like maybe the seedy ones. But if you go to a fine Riviera or if you will, a Crazy Horse, or even better, a Magic City, you're not seeing C-section scars. They cover that shit up. They know what to do.
Also, I find it really funny.
Scores?
Not to body shame, but like I always notice the girls with the BBLs, they get tattooed over the BBL scar, and I feel like they don't know that you can get your whole stomach tattooed too. Maybe like they always just have that line of flowers right there. Like just get the whole rest. Just tattoo. As someone with their stomach tattooed, it's a really cool club. Join it. Like tattoo the rest of the body. They spend all that money.
They spend all the money on the BBL, bro. Tattoos ain't cheap.
I do not have BBL money. I should have.
See, the BBL is an investment, though. It's an investment,
bro. We need to live in a perfect society. We need to live in a perfect society where all of us have BBLs. I order a round of BBLs for everyone every time I'm in the club. Garçon, a round of BBLs for everyone.
There was this girl in the club with a perfect BBL the other day. I was like, it was like, you know what it is? It was like. So you can get a BBL and it not look crazy. Like you could just have a little bit of fat taken out of your stomach and have a little bit put in your ass. So I'm sure I've seen millions of BBLs in my life, but like this girl had the one that was like very exaggerated, but it was just at that like perfect mark where it was like, this you look like a fucking cartoon, but it's so hot. Like your doctor was a genius and a madman, and I love him. And she was in the club just. You can tell this had to be a fresh BBL too. She had to like to be like just freshly recovered because the way she was dancing in that club, like the way she was like pulling her shirt off, like it's November. Why are you just wearing a sports bra? Like I know this is a new surgery you just got
all the time.
It was, you know what it was? It was probably like a PUA BBL. You know what I mean? She got the money from the government, and she just now healed. The healing is finally done.
You just said PUA. Did she get a small business loan for it? Because if you think about it, you could really make a BBL as a small business purchase. If you think about it, start your OnlyFans.
They didn't get it, but you can apply to not. If you can prove that you had to pay X amount of employees for the PUA loan, you don't have to pay it back. So, but there are people who have done it, and like they are like. Business owners or like they're self-employed, so they paid themselves and they don't have to pay it back to the government. So technically, if you could like use a BBL as like a business expense of some kind and prove that it is part of your brand or your business, yeah, you probably could have gotten the PUA loan, not have to pay for it.
What a wild world! We live in the wildest world, man.
So I thank the pandemic for that. I think, to be honest, I think even if you couldn't get the BBL paid off by the government, I'm 100% sure there had to be a big boom with that during Corona. I'm sure. I'm positive there was a bunch of PUA loans or the fucking the free unemployment.
Can we be real right here?
Yes.
OnlyFans needs to be cutting a check to COVID. Because if I'm being real, I think everyone eyes turned to OnlyFans the minute the pandemic hit. Because everybody's like, damn, I'm home. Better fuck myself with a master sword. Like, or a dragon dick.
Oh, dude, I follow a couple of girls. You're going to tell me
it wasn't like that?
I follow a couple of girls, like, not even like sexually, just they're my friends that have like giant collections of like monster dildos. Like, there's a lot of fucking. I should get into dildo art.
It's a lot of money.
There's a lot of like. Because some of them are so cool looking and they're like really expensive, but I'm like, I should just start making these. I should start designing these dildos, dude. That's a dream job. Honestly.
You're gonna start designing them. All of a sudden, you're like, hey, product research. I need to find out how many alien eggs I can fit in my ass.
There was actually one I saw of this girl. It was like so the dildo. All right, picture a dildo like standing, right? So it stands with the balls and the dick is in the air, right?
I don't need to picture it.
You have to picture it. I need you to picture this. It's standing and like the base of it is like a mouth with like a kind of like Predator's mouth with like fangs.
Jesus.
And there's like these two fangs that like are supposed to like tickle your clit, I guess. And then like the dick of the dildo is like a weird tongue. It's really cool looking. Like it would have been a nice centerpiece in my crib, honestly. I gotta find the picture.
Can you imagine you just set that on top of your coffee table and be like, hey, what's that? My dick collection. You know we're at the end of the pod when I'm 3 beers. Well, these are big beers, even though they're weak. I feel it, bro. I feel the Christmas cheer coursing through my veins.
Yeah, so do I. I went ice skating yesterday, so that was
wow, that's wholesome.
I mean,
do you know what ice skate?
No. So I was like, because I remember we went ice skating. It was like me, Tubby, and like D and a bunch of people like way back in the day at like some park for free.
It's the weirdest assemble. Yeah,
Bryant Park. It was free. Yeah, it was Bryant Park, and then I was like. I was like weirdly good at ice skating for never having done it when I was like 20 years old. And then I like tried it again and I was like, this is harder than I remember. And also I'm 34. So let me like
Get the fuck off the ice.
At this point, I know what I'm good at. So let me like not.
Bro,
went around a few times.
I can explain that to you, insurance provider.
Yeah, I have insurance, but like, do I want to use it? No.
Like, hey, so what happened? I'm 34 years old and I went ice skating. Maybe we don't do that no more.
That's how I felt. I gave my my skateboard away to my
baby mom.
I was walking around with a skateboard in my trunk for the last.
I still have two. I took them out my trunk and now they're under the couch in my studio.
That's
Mine
cute.
and Bam.
You guys are cute.
I still like, and I'm like, man,
Bams?
if I.
Bam, yeah, did you say like Bam Margera?
No, 303 Bam.
Oh, okay. My bad. My brain
yeah,
went.
It's not Bam Margera board, you know, my bro.
Yeah, Bam. Yeah. You were just hanging out with Bam Margera doing hard drugs, and you were like,
hard drugs. The hardest.
Take your fucking skateboard out of my fucking trunk.
The image I just had in my head was of 303 Bam, but as Bam Margera. So Bam Margera was doing drill. Bam Margera doing drill music.
Damn, man.
Wait, hold on. Bam is actually Bam, and you're Phil Margera. Is that the equation in this? Like, you just start getting slapped up and everything. Yo, like, R.I.P. to Phil, but like, your son didn't need to do all that. He was kind of a fucking prick for all that shit. Even though you probably made money. Yeah, I probably would have. If Jackson did that shit to me, we would have been fighting outside. Like, I would have squared up with that boy like a long time ago. Don't you ever paint me motherfucking blue, you piece of shit. Bah! A crocodile? Motherfucker, bang! Like, he did terrible shit to that dude.
I only stay in shape because I know at some point I'll probably have a son and I want to do battle with him.
Yeah, you know what it is? It happens a lot sooner than you think. My son is wanting to square up with me every day. He gets annoyed with me, and like,
are you just admitting to the pod that you punched a 5-year-old in the face?
If not,
like, it comes a lot sooner than.
Have I put him in a headlock? Yes. But the thing is that boys want to test you like that. They test your mettle. Like, they go like, all right, yeah, you're the big one, but let's test it. And he'll test his boundaries. And I'm like, yo, you realize, like, I like lift you and throw you in the air with no effort. Like, I could just yeet you into the fire mantle. And like, the only person that's going to say something to me is your mom. So be forewarned. Like, be forewarned.
So let's just circle back here. So we're not taking parenting advice from me, but you're giving your son death threats.
Listen,
like, I can listen. You would only no one would know except your mother.
Listen, for the listeners out there with boys, and I know you're out there. They test you, bro. Sometimes you gotta let them know how to come correct. Like, you can't let them like girls are just probably like, my daughter already has me like in the palm of her hand, so I'm sure it's not gonna be that terrible with that. But like, my 5-year-old wants to square up with me. Like, he like slaps my stomach whenever I annoy him, while I tell him no. I'm like, all right, bet.
Dude, you know what I pictured in my head? This is how my fucking brain is going. In my head, I just picture like Jackson waking up and then like you have a pistol in his face. Like, just remember to pull this shit anytime, boy.
Anytime you wake up, I'm here.
And then he just suddenly becomes the dude from Goodfellas, like, just put the gun down, man.
That's exactly what's happening. Come on, man. No, he's I love that boy because he's got the best spirit in the world. But yo, he be testing it. Like, he really like, and he tells his mom because he's like, no, he made me mad. I'm like, man, I'll make you mad. I'll make you mad every day of your life, bitch. Nah, I've never called him a bitch, but I did finally call him annoying today because he had repeated his sentence for the 7th time. I was like, yo, bro, you're just being annoying at this point. And he like gasped. He was like, you called me annoying. I was like, yeah, you real annoying. And and Joni looked at me like I had called him a piece of shit. She's like, what's wrong with you? I was like, he's allowed to be annoying, and he's really being annoying. Like, bro, I don't know. I think it's just because he's been cooped up in the house. He's been sick. So he's like he wants to get out. I'm starting to feel it. This is why I have 3 Modelos and 3 more to follow up with.
And this is why you're cross-faded in the crib. That's a good note to end on. Just you with a gun to Jackson's face. Hit up Hurtless for that artwork. I want to see that on a shirt.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
We're getting all the clips in now. Yeah, I'm gonna hit up Hurtless for that. Like final death battle. Final death battle. Final death battle between me and Jackson.
In that exact fucking flannel, just having a gun to your son's head.
So I'll finish off with this last image. So me and Jackson wrestle every night. We full on wrestle. I powerbomb him every night, and it's called the daddy bomb. So I literally put him on my shoulders and I lift him up and throw him onto the bed for like a good 6 feet. So we got the energy already. So we're gonna get there one day.
He's really like, you think you're demonstrating your strength, but he's just like preparing how to fall so he knows how to get back up. You know what I mean? He's like,
that's exactly what it is. So I'll get up, father.
Like one of these days you're gonna throw him, he's gonna land completely on his feet. Just look you in the eyes.
Just like that fucking cat that your brother threw at you. Just terrorized, but finally land and then remember your brother is the person who threw him. He's like, I'm gonna get you. And he's gonna shit in my mouth. Wait, what? How did that turn into that? All right, we're done. This is the National Meat Treasure. It has been a fucking wild podcast. I am gonna drink more beer. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my Sunday, boys. Thank you again for checking in. I know we've had some audio issues in the past and we've had some video issues, but we're working on fixing that. Hopefully this platform is the place we stay at. So please don't fuck that up for us, because we are trying to bring you the best quality and best content. And we really appreciate everyone that's been commenting, all 3 of you that have said really nice things and really have given us the encouragement. And for some reason, y'all like, Growing Up Gotti. I don't know what that's about, but it's not even our best episode in my opinion. But if you think that's a good one, go backwards. You'll find even better ones. Again, you can follow us on all our socials on TikTok, YouTube, all at National Meat Treasure. We are doing this every Tuesdays and Thursdays, so we're going to be releasing on Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, and every podcast platform that you can imagine, including iHeartRadio, because I guess that's a thing. And we're on YouTube every week. So, boom. Justin, what if you want to take it away?
Yeah, follow me on TikTok, and I think I went viral on TikTok the week of Growing Up Gotti episode, and that's why I got so many views. But
sick!
Oh my god,
let's keep that up. Follow me on TikTok, see the magic there. Oh, got recognized in TikTok from TikTok in real life the other day.
Appearances are up.
I was walking through Eastern Market in fucking Detroit, and somebody goes, "Are you from TikTok?" And I didn't even think they were talking to me, but I turned around anyway, and like there was this woman like right in my face, and she's like, I'm like, yeah, I have a TikTok. And she's like, yeah, you're Thin Cruel Lips, right? I was like,
oh shit.
Yeah. I was like, I'll follow you back, I guess. So anyway, it's 5,004 appearances now.
We're going to be saving Justin's seed, and we're going to auction it off to the highest bidder in 10
I am
episodes.
6 feet tall. I am 6 feet tall. My entire family is athletes. So yeah, get at me for this 6-figure seed. Yeah, follow me at thin. 6 foot, 6 figures. Follow me on TikTok at thin.cruel.lips, Instagram thin.cruel.lips, and Joey, take it away.
Follow us on our Spotify playlist while you're looking for our podcast at National Meat Treasure. It's got some tunes.
It does have some motherfucking tunes.
About to add some Gerard Way to that shit right now.
Jesus. Peace, my friends. I don't know.